Hey there, boys and girls of Warcraft. Hello. Uh, I don't recall who used to say this. I'm quite sure it was some streamer that I used to watch. I don't recall his name, sadly. But anyway, today I want to talk to you guys about some daily auction house routines that I have to make some gold. And hopefully I can help you to have new ideas or not that new ideas on what and how you can do that yourselves. On this footage I just sold some primal obliterums there, uh, and that cute fishing pole sound, it's so cool. So let's start by checking the obliterum prices and checking if I'm still number one contender of that sweet sale. Checking here. Yeah, apparently I am. I wonder why so much difference on that undercut. Probably when I did undercut there was some stacks bigger than mine, and someone bought that one, thus creating that huge gap that I will remove by canceling my own posts and posting them correctly. And it's quite important to undercut correctly, because two things can happen if you don't. If you undercut too much, let's say more than one copper or even one gold, the market price will eventually start to drop off, and no one wants that. Or even worse, someone can just flip it. Someone can buy it off and post it with a proper undercut and still make some gold out of no trouble at all. I see many players that are so eager to make fast gold that they undercut like crazy, and in reality they're just losing potential gold, or maybe they're just fine with it and happy to get their hands on whatever they can. I feel that most times these are not proper goblins, just random players that need quick gold. I'm checking my mail to see if I have incoming gold, just reposting everything in the auction house. Well, it's like 300 and something items, so maybe I will just fast forward this, and I will repost everything, and then go through what I usually do to search things and buy things and post things. If you're wondering why Lich King, it's cause I am indeed in Old Delran. Here I'm quite close to the polymorph vendor and the shirt vendor and toy vendor, even professional vendors. To be honest, I don't get that much gold out of it, maybe because I don't babysit them as much as I should, but I know that there are always some lazy people that buy everything from the auction house. So yeah, that's done. Let's check the goodies. Starting off with 36k. Well, less 25 gold, that's nothing. Okay, some dark moon fishes, roseate pigments. Let's open everything and check. Tomes of Tranquil Mind. Ooh, a big red ray gun, 55k, which is awesome. More fishes. Darkmoon Fairy is awesome for leveling your alt fishing and riding the carousel more experience, and of course the Dark Moon Rabbit. It's cool. It's always a week I spent there doing it. Let's see what's installed for the next page. Already at 114k. Awesome. More Goldie. A jewel crafting ring. Sumptuous fur. More pigments. Zandalari pet. Cool. Jewel crafting rings. They are quite good sellers. I think it's because people are leveling up and need the gear. So mainly I'm focused on that. And pigments are so easy to have these days. But it's all about having fun. You must find out what kind of goblin you are, or what you enjoy doing, if you prefer to go to some dungeons and farm it all over and over again, or if you just hang around in the auction house because you have time for it. Pedamonites, Oblitrums, another Maelstrom from Jewel Crafting, Illusion Dust, yeah, cool. More leather. But yeah, it's all about having fun. You must seek your own happiness within the world of Warcraft. It all depends on the time that you have also. So you have to make the best out of it and still make some gold. Already at 400k, which is very nice. Let's see what else we have. Eggs. I should focus more on cooking profession. I don't focus that much on that, especially because it's like the end of the expansion. So Chaos Crystal, another copy of Net Pagels. Cool. Primals. Okay. And an Axie for 57k. Goodie. So it's around 386k on a couple of days sales. Awesome, good for me. Yeah, sumptuous leather. Chaos Crystal. Okie doke. Yeah, it only says 24k because when you Alt Z, so you can see all the screen, it resets the sum of what you receive in mail. These are the primals all sold. Okay, so here comes the good part. Well, you can use TSM to set up groups, but I also enjoy setting up TSM to have saved searches on the things I want to babysit on, such as the pigments, jewel crafting stuff, pets, flipping armor. So I use that to make some gold. Per instance, this Fellwort, it's so cheap. And all I need to do is buy it off, mill it on one inscription guy, and make some pigments out of it. 25 gold for it. It's way good. And that's mostly what you can do with any type of profession. You only need a very low level to mill things or even disenchant things. It's all about transforming one item to um, having another item which is more valuable. So having some searches already saved, it's awesome because you always check for the, the material you want and what you want to transform it into, like the obliterum and primal obliterum. All you need is primal sargerite. You can do that on world quests or even the class hall mission thingy, and you can make huge profit. Or even cloth, you can buy or farm any type of cloth and turn it into bolts. Well, it's up to you what you have in your professions and what you like to do, and it's more valuable for you to do with the time that you have. I have another saved search for pets. Well, this search is I'm not scanning all the pets. I made a list of the pets that I want to sell, the ones I have on my characters, and this list tells me the market price on those, and if I have it with me. On collected, you can see there, on collected I have one, and the price is good, so I should post this one off. And you must have rules to yourself. Rules about buying stuff and selling stuff. My main rule is to, well, at least I sold something. Yeah, monster seg. If you have, or if you are farming dungeons with alts, you can farm these and sell it, especially while Darkmoon Fair is up. Checking for expensive pets here. I made a new list just for the expensive ones and most rare ones. I have to change to the battle pet profile. The other one was Shira's profile. I customize it and it works for me. But as I was saying, it's all about rules that you must have for yourself. My main rule is never buy something off auction house, but hey, that's me. Market-wise rules, I never buy anything above 50%. Another Ornate weapon. I never buy anything more than 50% market price, and I never sell it below at least 80%. So that gives me a good margin of net profit. These items are selling like hotcakes now, especially because people want to do the gear thingy on Darkmoon Fair, so they need these items to farm tokens and buy the replica gear to sell it. I don't do that. I prefer to casually farm dungeons and then sell the items itself. I have this another search for epic armor, which is kind of dangerous right now to do because BFA is coming. I don't have that much gear to sell, only 3 items or 4, because I really don't want to keep them when BFA comes up. That's why my search it's only above 900 item levels. It's easier to sell. And what I've noticed also is that you can't be too greedy with the items. In the beginning of Legion, I would just post everything at 200% profit, but now it's the same example as the undercut thingy. I posted a little bit less than the next guy, but not that much to make a difference on the market price. This search, it's about Fell Slate and Chaos Crystal and Arcana. You buy the Fell Slate when it's cheap, you compare it to the Chaos Crystal, having in consideration the RNG when you make something for, I don't know, geocrafting, and then you disenchant it. But it works. It's fine. These are good. What else? Daylight Shuffle, it's almost the same as Obliterum, because the main thing it's Fell Slate and Imperium. And that's about it. If you want me to make some videos about these type of searches and saved searches, I will be more than happy to make them, although there's tons of information about TSM and more technical stuff about TSM. Tell me all about it in the descriptions. I have around 10 mil on the auction house, and even though you can farm potentially you can farm 500, 400 gold per hour, it doesn't mean you will sell it in 1 hour. Be ready to spend some time with the items on you, cause they can take some time to sell. Consumables and gear and everyday stuff that people need every day, it's faster to sell. Transmog and pets, especially pets, takes like forever. But when they do sell, it's such a good feeling, like, yeah, I made it, and I'll have my income back, and I can play 1 more month with Blizzard Gold. 2 mil on the auction, on the guild, 300 total on this server. I have plenty of tunes across servers, 2 million more spread out, but I'm not the richest guy out there, not even close. And that's another thing I want to share my thoughts on. It's on the amount of gold that you can have. It's a great feeling to be gold cap and to be able to buy anything you want, but due to, well, not inflation, but due to the depreciation of gold, you shouldn't keep that much gold with you. You should invest gold. There are weeks that, even though I have some good sales, in terms of what I've spent, some weeks I've spent more than what I receive in my mail, cause I much prefer to invest. If you invest in the right items, you'll get the return even though it's sometime later on next expansion or even the same expansion, you will eventually get all the return of your investment. And if you keep let's say gold cap or something, if you keep that gold on you, it will decrease the value of gold, because it will be, for certain, it will be much easier for players to get gold, and spend it on quality items that never lose their value. But again, you never know what Blizzard decides to do. They can change spawn timers on mobs, on rares. They can remove items from the game. They can make them drop again from mobs, so you never know. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Put some thumbs up if you did. I'm sorry it's already at 20 minutes. Please subscribe. It will greatly be appreciated. Follow me on Twitch if you have Twitch. I bet you do. You should. It's awesome to have new ideas, and there are some nice people over there playing the game and explaining stuff and just enjoying the whole experience of the game, especially now with BFA. So that's it for now. Take care, and remember, have fun while farming, because all we have is our happiness. See ya!